Up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call at second and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job on the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Singleton. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Shakes off the defender.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The Gators will try to convert on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up, and because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
They're setting up the screen. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
You got to love this guy's speed, and obviously throughout his football career, it's paid dividends for him, but this ain't high school anymore. You just can't outrun everybody like you used to back on Friday nights. This defense is fast. They were able to get him outside of the pocket, chase him down, bring him to the ground for a huge loss.
Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here on 3rd down. Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Can't hang on, he muffs it.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field where he was able to go recover it.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Might be changing the route. He's going to fire deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jones to throw. Moving out to the right. The throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Florida. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper shows how dangerous this passing game can be. 89 yards on the scoring toss. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Underwood fires left. That's caught. It's Marshall. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Michigan. A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Jones wants to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass on second down. Stepping to the right. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Makes the catch right at the 50. And there he goes. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. just about set to get this second half underway. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. Jones to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Ball. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Really, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break it.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So here comes the Michigan offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Fights off a defender. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the catch, it's Buchanan. Makes the stop at the 33.
Hey, you got time catching on.
We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Wide open downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice job in execution there on that 3rd down through the passing game. All of a sudden now you've got a decision to make because you're in field goal range. But do you have the confidence to leave your offense out there to pick this first down up and go looking for a touchdown? This is a big decision right here for the head coach.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He gets it inside the 20. They'll move the chains. It's a first down. Spot the ball at the 23. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Underwood on the play action. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And
touchdown, Michigan! They take the lead with the 6. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Handoff ball running left. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Bringing it back.
not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch you, big fella.
The short hands, it's Buchanan. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
Here's Underwood to throw. He's got it. 2-point try as good as they build on this lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Jones wants to throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Gators in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go.
Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. The Gators answer right back. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Coming out with it, it's Marsh. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Just going to keep it after the snap.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Underwood. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. On the ground with the counter. Makes a man miss. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Could be an alley. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And the Wolverines hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Underwood. Got his man. Made a defender miss. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
After that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, I'm expecting them to go ahead and kick a field goal here and make this a 2-possession game. Nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this. It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. What a grab, just beat the coverage. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. They want to throw it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. The 40. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.